I mean, it feels like a physical game every game. Feels like it's been a physical season. But yes, I think, I feel like I've been on the ground a little bit more this series so far. But we just keep getting back up, so that's all you can really say.
Good. Scott?
Okay. You mentioned that you anticipated, obviously, the Aces would want to throw the first punch tonight, but what did you feel like was the differentiating factor between, game one versus game two?
We didn't throw any. I mean, the reality is they came in and they were physical and they dictated, and, we were on our heels and we were passive and we were reactive to everything. We 28 points off of turnovers, 14 points off of offensive rebounds. I mean, they're too good. We can't spot them 42. We've got to be able to handle that. I mean, they've been world champions for a reason. They have a mentality that they know exactly how to compete at this stage and at this level. And we've got to be able to respond, and we've got to be able to rise to that challenge.
Steph, why don't you think you were able to find any flow? And when that was the case, what are you trying to do to jumpstart things, maybe on the defense?
Well, it's hard for us to find flow when there's a foul call every 10 seconds. I mean, it just really is. And when they're at the free throw line, we can't get up and down the floor. And that's a challenge. They were much more aggressive and physical defensively. We didn't counter that with our off-ball actions or with our back cuts. So they took us out of our comfort zone. I mean, offense is about rhythm. It's about timing. It's about spacing. We allowed them to do that, and they kept us from doing it.
Steph, on that note, with Kelsey just having a little bit of a, they were able to contain her a little bit more. How did you feel like they were able to be successful in that regard?
I mean, the physicality won. She's like a little pinball. I know that the museum's right down the street, so sometimes I feel like she's getting pinged around everywhere. And also, she's played heavy minutes for us. I thought she looked a little fatigued. Some shots that she typically makes that she didn't. Obviously, their attention was AB and Kelsey, and deservedly so. But we were passive. I thought we didn't do a good job of attacking the rim. We were on our heels. We were settling for jumpers. We were holding the ball. We didn't have clock awareness. I mean, a lot of things that are a little bit uncharacteristic of us. But you got to give them credit. They came out and they put us on our heels.
Yeah, Lexie, obviously you were a late add to the injury report today. Just how are you feeling this morning with your back, and what do you have to do to be able to play?
I mean, I'm feeling sore still, but I think just a lot of treatment, trying to get, our bodies as ready as we can be. Part of playoffs, I think, for everyone is it's the end of the season. Everyone's a little fatigued, everyone's a little sore. So just trying to go out there and do the best I can. A lot of treatment with our trainers. I'm really thankful for them to spend a lot of time with me today, a lot of time with me yesterday, getting me ready for tonight. But it'll be a good rest day tomorrow. But I think that's, for everyone. We're just pushing through.
For both Lexie and Aliyah, I know you guys are focused on this game tonight, but if I could just ask you to look forward to the series going to your home court in Indianapolis, how much is that really going to make a difference in this series, and how much does it mean to you guys to have that home court advantage?
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Our fans, they show up and they show out, and so for us just using that, our own energy, but also using the energy in the crowd, I think it's going to be really great for us.
Yeah, we're excited. I know the last time it was the first playoff game in a really long time, so to be able to have two more for our fans that have been there with us all season, really excited for that, and we definitely do feed off of their energy, so we're really looking forward to it.
Aliyah, Steph said you guys didn't throw any punches tonight. Why do you feel like that is, and what were you trying to really get going that just wasn't working?
Yeah, I think just getting into our coverages a little bit better, I think that would have helped get them out of rhythm. And so for us to just make sure that we clean that up and be a little bit better, because getting stops sparks our offense, and that gets us into our rhythm.
Yeah, for either Aliyah or Lexie, you guys both played with Melissa Smith last year. Just what was she doing so well tonight to kind of just get into a rhythm and help the Aces?
I would definitely say probably her offensive rebounding. She had a few, gave them second chance points, got herself to the free throw line. So for us, we just got to tighten down on that, box out, because obviously she's super athletic and she does a great job of getting to the glass.
I think the last one for me.
Aliyah, to piggyback on the question about throwing punches, who's thrown first and they're not, you were coming toward us in the first half of the media, and it looked like you were trying to at least get physical? Was it more so a matter of that they were more physical this game than the first? Because y'all intimidated them and pushed them around in the first game. Was it a matter of them pushing back and them dominating? Because it looked like you're trying to be physical in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you look at it. It looks, honestly, by some of the fouls and the way it was going, it looks like we were almost too physical, but yet at the same time, I feel like we have to be able to get that on the other end. I think, sometimes when you just look at the game as a whole, when you look at the way that it works, sometimes you manipulate it to different ways and you have smaller matchups. So, I mean, I just don't think it's really possible all the time for some of those smaller matchups to really do such a clean job of that. But hey, I'm here to hoop, so none of my business.